Today we're reviewing the long-awaited Apple TV, formerly known as iTV. Comes in a standard box that Apple is known for. Inside, when you open it up, it says designed by Apple in Cupertino. This is really a sleek piece of machinery. We saw it at Macworld, but really didn't pick it up and turn it over and touch it. When you put it in your hands, you'll see that it's really made of very good quality. It's heavy, durable. It's not a chintzy piece of hardware at all. It's got all the standard ports in the back for high definition output. It's got an optical out, and it's got RGB with stereo audio, HDMI, Ethernet. It's also wireless, for those of you who didn't know. It's got a USB port for updating, that's what Apple tells us. And it's got a standard power cord. There's no power brick, so it's just a cord that plugs in the back. This is what you see when you power it up. Took about 10 minutes to set the whole thing up. It couldn't have been easier. You literally put the HDMI connector in the back and you plug it in the back of the TV. We've got a Sony 40-inch Bravia LCD, and this is the startup screen. It's really cool. But there are a lot of drawbacks to the Apple TV, and I'll tell you about them in a minute. This is a standard screensaver. It just pulls all of the photos that are in your iPhoto library by default. You can set that up, and everything is totally customizable in Apple TV. Here's the Prestige. You can go into the movie section and check out previews for movies, previews for television shows, podcasts that you have. Anything that is on iTunes, you can view on the Apple TV. A couple of the drawbacks are that not everything loads right away. And when Steve showed this in his speech, it seemed like everything was streaming so quickly over the internet, and there was a lot of question about whether you'd need 802.11n in order for this speed to occur. What happens is it buffers everything into the Apple TV prior to playing it. Not everything, but for the most part, there's a little bit of a delay. You have to wait for things to load in, so it's not as instantaneous as we once thought it would be. The other drawback is that there's not a whole lot of content out there. iTunes, as we know, is still building their relationship with movie theaters, movie industries rather, and they're trying to get a lot of content into Apple TV, and that's really not happening as fast as Apple would like. What's happening is we're seeing slowly people are coming onto Apple, onto the iTunes store, and it's just a real drawback at this point for Apple TV. I really think that Apple TV 2.0 is going to be great. This product has a lot of potential. Right now it's a very good product, but it's not as good as we thought it was going to be, partially because of the content that's not there. One major suggestion that we have for Apple is to allow people to purchase right through Apple TV. The way that it currently works is that you have to buy it through iTunes on your computer and then load it into Apple TV and play it onto your television screen. If they were able to make you or allow you to purchase it right through the remote, which is a simple Apple remote, then it's going to make this product soar. But again, the content is very limited at this point, and unless you have a lot of movies on there, there's not a lot that you can do with this other than listen to music, which the Airport Express did for a long time, and see your photos and podcasts and things like that. So again, Apple TV 2.0 is going to be spectacular because this product just has a lot of legs and we see it going far. But the way that it stands right now, and I know that a lot of you probably don't like this review, is that the Apple TV is a great product, but it just isn't as up to par as we thought that it would be at this late stage, especially because it was delayed for about a month, and it was introduced about 6 months ago in its preliminary stage. So that's our review on Apple TV.